we also have the Rams and the Lions that is out here, Mike, and it is 3.5 in favor of the Lions over the Rams. 51.5 is your total. Yes, the Rams are coming to visit Jared Goff. Matthew Stafford is heading back to Detroit. It's all kinds of craziness going on here with this one. We saw all backups for the Rams today outside of Puka Nacua, who went and got his 4 catches exactly, got over the 29 yards, and then headed over to the sideline there. And then, of course, with the Lions, if you didn't hear my diatribe earlier in my rant, I guess I'll call it a rant. It was a rant. Dan Campbell did run the starters out there, ends up losing his tight end. We don't know for sure he's not going to play next week, but again, carted to the locker room. We can only do some assuming here. And Lions, 3.5 at home.
Tempted to, I think the over is a big number here, 51.5. And that was my first look. I think both teams have success on the offensive side of the ball here. This is a Detroit defense that I haven't been very high on all season. The Rams are going to be able to move the football. And they have this, since they got Kyron Williams back, they've really had that run game, and then they're able to complement it with the pass game, with both of those dynamic wide receivers and Stafford. It's going to be a big game for Matthew Stafford coming back home. I mean, there's going to be a lot of emotions for him coming back and playing in Detroit. Lean Rams, not running to play the 3.5. Lean over, not running to play over because it's such a big number, 51.5. So right now I'm going to just kind of sit on the sidelines for this one.
Yeah, the other side of the field goal has me leaning towards the Rams as well. A flat 3, and I would just look at this and go, meh. It would just be a meh game for me.
It would be one of those, let's see what the first move is.
Yeah.
And if it's 3.5 or 2.5, then I'll seriously look at that side. But at 3, I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's just
like at 3, it would be a meh. The 3.5 has me going,
Yeah.
All right, Rams. I mean, if you look over what the Rams did over the second half of the season, I don't have to tell you about the offensive side of things. We know Cooper Kupp kind of came around. We know what Puka Nacua did all season long. You mentioned Kyron Williams, and Stafford played pretty phenomenally all year long. It was really what came about on the defensive side of the ball for the Rams over the second half of the season that stood out to me, because this was a defense that I had bottom 5 heading into the year. Beginning of the year, it kind of played out that way, kept them kind of in the bottom 8. There was no reason for me to upgrade them, and then, man, it just got better over the course of the year. And so I do wonder, Lions are going to get theirs, but I don't think it's just going to be a track meet up and down the field here. I think the Rams are going to be good enough to be able to hold some of these drives down to maybe some field goals, right? Like, it's a bend but don't break type thing, you know.
Yeah, and 2 really good running games too. So if either team can utilize that running game to keep the other off the field for a while, and then be able to string together possessions and string together scores, it could make it very tough for the other team in this spot. I would think both teams have success running the football. I mean, the tandem of Montgomery and Gibbs should give the Lions some success, especially that offensive line. And the other side's Kyron Williams. He's ripping off 100 yards a game basically every time he goes out there right now. And this Lions defense, not exactly a massive run-stopping defense either. So this one's interesting. I mean, and that's why I'm not like rushing to play the over either, because you could have some longer possessions here because of what both these two teams can do on the ground.
Yeah, they lined this one correctly.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, this is one of those you just look at and you just go, they lined this one correctly. This is what I would expect. 3.5. 51.5 seems about right as well. I have leans, but like you said, don't want to run to the book to do anything right now. That being said, it's expensive. It just flashed. It's expensive on the 3.5 now. So people are taking that hook. So if you do.
And not surprised by it. Like
here we are.
Not looking to play Lions minus 3.5 this early in the week.
Yeah. So here we are. If you want that hook on the Rams, it's about to get more expensive and maybe it's going to go away. So head on over there and get that one.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.